Yo, welcome back to Guard Your Girl Boxing. It's your man Coltrane. Sweet. This is a special edition of Guard Your Girl Boxing. At y'all request, y'all got it. The underrated, overrated show. So here we are.
At the legendary Overbrook High School, home to the person who scored the most points in a single season game, Wilt Chamberlain.
That's right.
We're in West Philadelphia, PA. Also home to the great Will Smith,
That's
otherwise known as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's right.
Cool seeing Steady B to all the people who know the hip hop lingo, the youngsters.
Philadelphia pioneers right there. Cool C, Steady B, and all
Stomping grounds of Kobe Bryant, even though he didn't play here. You know, we're going to show you some footage of the court later on so we used to play at. But this is a real fertile soil, man.
That's right.
So let's get into this list. All right, so you reached out to some of the what do you call them? What do you call the homies online?
Well, you know, shout out to Volley for again.
Hitman?
Ali Boombaye. We got a new dude from the UK, Ali Boombaye.
Ali Boombaye.
Ali Boombaye. Yeah, I call him the GYG Hitman because, you know, every now and again, you know, we get some haters out there. And I always tell them, you know, we got some pit bulls in the yard, man. So be easy when you come on GYGB talking real greasy because they waiting in the weeds. But, you know, we do this show for the fans, man. And they wanted me to do this overrated, underrated list, both past and present. So, you know, we're going to jump right into it. So let's jump it right off. You know, present, overrated. Now, some of y'all gave me some lists. Now, keep in mind, underrated is not people that, you know, are currently ranked and we know who they're. Underrated people that are good astute boxing, that, you know, are hard-working boxers that don't get the proper due and respect that they should get. And overrated is somebody that gets too much pub, you know, too much press in the media or too much press by the fans. That doesn't necessarily mean, like, I'm going to give you an example. They said Edison Miranda. I don't think Edison Miranda is overrated because he's not really rated like that. You know, he's a knockout artist, but, you know.
Yeah, you know, prior to Pavlik, you can kind of say that.
Well, yeah, because they was comparing him to Julian Jackson. At that particular time, he was considered overrated. But right now, you know, he's not considered really overrated. So I got the list. I took like little samples from all y'all lists, and thanks to everybody who submitted their list to us. So, you know, here it is right here, man. For present, overrated, we got David Hay.
You got David Hay?
You renege or
hey,
Enzo Marinelli. That's all we know about David Hay.
Yeah, man. I think David Hay is the product of a lackluster heavyweight division, basically, when we talk about personality-wise. So he's just trying to make that jump in there just to make a splash, you know, because he has a pretty flamboyant type of personality.
The chicks digging. Yeah,
no knock on any of that stuff.
No, get your money.
I just think he's going to probably get hurt up in that division. You know, some people saying he's making noise and stuff. I think that's all, you know, everybody's on board to try to ride that wave up there. But he's definitely overrated. And even at the cruiserweight division, you know, if you would have ran into my man, I think that would have stopped the ship there. So I definitely think he's overrated.
No arguments here. Like I said, he markets the hell out of himself. I give him props for that. But that doesn't make you a good boxer. And for that reason, like my man Sleep said, he's overrated. I think he fights very reckless. He doesn't fight with that student aspect to his game. So, you know, I got him as overrated as well. More to come. Maybe he'll prove us wrong, whatever. Next up on the list, Paulie, the Magic Man, Maginali. Shout out to Buddy McGirt too. But you know, I do feel as though Paulie Maginali is a bit overrated.
Yeah, in the last couple fights is showing it. You know what I mean? So I don't think you know, it ain't a situation like when we was talking about Edison Miranda. You know what I mean?
No, right.
But who was the last person he fought again?
Nguja.
Yeah,
and he lost. To me, he lost.
Yeah,
he
lost that fight. So it ain't a situation where he got.
He is fighting him again, to his credit.
Right.
You know, to get a chance to to get some stock back. But I just think he's from Brooklyn, and you know how Brooklyn, New York, the biggest market in the U.S. So when you're from New York, you want to get hype anyway. And I just don't think he's that good. I think he can box. I'm not taking that from him, but I think he get a little bit too much publicity.
Defensively, he's a little lackluster defensively.
Right.
I think it's more like, you know, the whole thing with him, man. You know, fighters come out that Big Apple. They just got a lot of wolves behind them, pushing them. Hyping them up.
It's a machine marketing wise,
man. The machine is right there. So, you know, I think he's overrated. But, you know, to his credit, you know, he had the loss to Cotto, and then, you know,
which is not bad when you lose to a guy like Cotto, who is, you know, a future Hall of Fame type fighter. So, you know, that's our take on Paulie Malignaggi. So we do think he's overrated. We both agree there.
Right.
All right, go on here. Shout out to the UK on this one. Ricky Wonderland. Now that ain't my name. That's the GYGB family.
So all these people are from GYG family.
These are the people that they gave me.
Okay.
I didn't bring none of this up.
Okay.
I didn't bring none of these people up. But anyway, Ricky Hatton, you know, he's back down at junior lightweight.
Of course he is.
Junior welterweight.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
He tried welterweight. You know, he struggled against Luis Collazo. You know the story with Floyd Mayweather.
He struggled against my man before Luis Collazo. Who just fought on ESPN, who might have just got knockout of the year.
Urango, yeah.
Right now, he's looking at knockout of the year with a boom, boom, in the inside right. He ain't look good against any true welterweight.
I always told you what I thought of Ricky Hatton. I thought Ricky Hatton's a tough kid, but his biggest victory is against an old and should have retired 2 years ago fighter in Costa Tszyu. Because I think the Costa Tszyu that fought Zab Judah would have knocked.
Now, yeah, I'm not going to trash Costa Tszyu. He was just inactive. He was inactive for 2.
Right.
His timing was off. Because I think he could have beat him.
But the prime Costa Tszyu beats Ricky Hatton is my point.
Of course.
That's all I'm saying. So,
I mean, what we always said is Ricky Hatton is a very physical, strong fighter. If he's not unable,
a lot of low blows in that fight too. With
a whole lot of low blows where he wasn't deducted for.
Exactly.
If he can't bully you, then there's no win for him. And that's just the way it is. And that welterweight, you know, he met up with some people who was just as strong and people too slippery. So you know, Ricky, of course, I think Ricky was vastly underrated. At junior welterweight, you know, I wouldn't say he's overrated in that weight division.
Well, like I always say, it's easy being the tallest midget in the circus. So he's not overrated at junior welterweight because it ain't really nobody down there. Junior Witter, who's supposed to be a household name, but you know we're not doing the box score. But
who kept emailing us about him about a couple months ago, man?
We had a couple people. I know Ali Boumaier. He was a Witter. He's a Witter guy, but he did tell me that, you know, the Desert Storm did have a chance of beating him. You was right, Ali. You know, I didn't think it could happen, but anyway. That's
Junior Witter.
You want to get on this tirade about Junior Witter?
And I'm not even gonna call him Shine. Who's the last dude that came out and was trying to be like Biggie? Looked like him and everything. It was like a couple of, and I know Valley Boy he gonna let me know because he's from the West Coast. The boy who sounded just like Biggie, man. Junior Witter is a broke Naseem Hamed.
That's what he is.
He ain't Shine, because Shine has some skill.
Shine has some flair to him.
But that dude from the West Coast who sounded just like Biggie, man. You ain't Biggie. And he ain't Naseem Hamed.
He a bootleg copy of
man,
Naseem.
I had flashbacks in the hood with the joint like this, like.
Yeah, you fight a Junior Witter, man. That whole unorthodox style, find a trash can and put it in it.
You gotta have. The thing Hamed had, he had a mule kick for.
But here go the thing about that sleep. Junior Witter ain't no spring chicken, man. He's 33 years old. Right. You know, this was his last hurrah. Now, I actually kind of thought he won the fight, to be honest with you. I kind of gave him the nod on the fight, but I don't have a problem with the decision, though. But anyway, he's 33 years old. He wanted to fight with Ricky Hatton. He was probably looking past this kid. You know, got put on his pocket in the second or the third round of the fight.
Yeah,
you know,
I saw that.
You know, the fight was here on the States.
He was a little tired, too.
Yeah, he hasn't been on U.S. soil in a while as far as being showcased, and he came up small, man. So Junior Witter, you know, is overrated, but you know, we didn't really have him on the list because I don't think nobody's really rating him.
Nobody knows.
The next on the list, and I hate to do this because he seemed like real good people, but all I'm gonna say is I'm from the loop and I'm proud.
That's what Mary.
I know that's you too,
Corey.
You know who I'm talking about.
Corey ain't overrated.
What's that dance he was doing? What's the dance?
Coming to the ring like
getting his Nelly on.
No, I ain't
listen.
I ain't gonna say he overrated because nobody gives him a chance every fight he fights.
This is what I'm saying about far as overrated with Corey Spinks. And somebody gave me his name.
He beat my boy JT.
He beat. All right, okay. I'm not gonna get into that, but he beats Maori. He gets the welterweight title. But my point is, if his last name wasn't Spinks, let me ask you this.
Okay.
If Corey Spinks' last name ain't Spinks, does he get the pub that he got early on in his career? For the most part, you know, getting fights. Does he get mentioned as much? He can box. I ain't taking nothing away from him. I'm just saying. We just talking about overrated.
I heard a little Stephen A. right there. You know,
Coltrane A. Smith.
No, man. He worked his way to that shot, man. You think he deserved that shot?
No, I mean, he beat Mayorga, which was kind of
Mayorga's overrated. He keeps getting
He is overrated.
He's a character.
Who's really rating him?
He's a character, though. But, I look at it like this with my man Corey, man. Corey don't have no pop. You know what I mean? Corey's slick. He can box. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you got to do to beat him is just ignore all technical skill and try to walk him down like Zab did the second time. But, I mean, Corey don't get a whole lot of pub. He did get the shine on HBO. Whatever politics and stuff went into that, maybe because of the last name. But I thought he earned his position once he got there. And I mean, it's sad to say he beat Jermaine Taylor.